Today we're talking to St Albans City manager Ian Allinson at the very sunny Clarence Park. There won't be many sunny smiles around the home dressing room tonight, one would have thought. A goal 6 minutes into added time has secured a 2-2 draw for Worthing in the FA Cup second round qualifying. That sounds like City were robbed, but in reality, Ian, I think we got off lightly. They could have wrapped it up in the first half with the chances they had.
Yeah, I mean, as I said before, it's a game of football, so you know you're going to create chances, but I didn't think they really looked like they were going to score. They had a couple of half chances in terms of winning the side netting, but you know, really we're talking about stuff where we should have seen the game out, David, with 6 minutes of injury time, as you said. You know, they're the things that disappoint me at this stage. So.
Particularly against 10 men.
Yeah, and we stopped passing the ball. It's funny because with 11 against 11, I felt we were dictating the play. I felt we were comfortable. We were passing it. We were getting bodies in behind people, and looked quite comfortable. And then they went down to 10 men for a caution to the wind. But as we've said before, you've seen them scored late goals against Hastings in the previous round. They scored 2 late goals against Leatherhead last week. They're a side that will continue attacking, and you know our composure in that last 10 minutes was really poor. We didn't pass the ball properly. We didn't keep control. We fly kicked, I think, and the last goal really sums it up because we just lost our composure. But already till then, I mean, Dean had kept us in the game with 3 fantastic saves.
You said before the game, because you've seen them already, they're a good side, and they do like to play football, even in dangerous areas. They will pass it around.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to see what happens with them when the pitches change, but on their own pitch it's never going to change, so it's always going to be an AstroTurf. The manager's got them playing really well. They're comfortable on the way they play, and their movement's good. And as I say, you know, we're in for a tough game on Tuesday going down there, but you know, the argument for me is that, you know, we should have seen the game out today. Yeah, you've got to ride your luck sometimes, but we should have been a bit more professional in that last 10 minutes.
Joe Howe came back, Scott Sholton came back, and Andronicus, I'll get his name. Giorgio, thanks Jake, made his debut. So a few changes there today.
Yeah, we just felt we wanted to put, you know, 1 or 2 just fresh legs in terms of where we'd been. And I felt it was quite comfortable. Scotty's come through really, really well and done exceptionally well. Solomon obviously has come back and started to dictate in the second half. He started to travel with the ball, and obviously Andros has come up with a goal, which was a great goal in terms of where we was, because the equaliser just took a little bit of puff out of us and livened them up a little bit. And you know, we had that little goalmouth scramble, should I say, lasted probably about 1.5 minutes, and we rode our luck on that, but come back and got a second goal. And we've had a couple of really good chances to put the game to bed. We haven't done it, and you know, we've been punished in the last 10 minutes through naivety on our side. I mean, James Kolotsky can't be passing the ball back to the goalkeeper in that area. He's got to put it out for a throw on. We put it out for a throw on, they throw it in, we clear our lines, and the game's put to bed. Unfortunately, we've been undone by some poor decisions today in terms of the way we've defended.
There was one unsavoury incident when Scott Sholton got booked. I think it actually looked worse than it really was. But what happened afterwards made it look worse. David Longking, as usual, the first one in there. This time he got a yellow card. Is he ever going to learn? You can't keep getting involved.
Well, the only way he'll learn is if we obviously punish him and the boy loses some wages, because that's the only way he will learn. But until the referee's report comes in, you know, I could only see what you said. Yeah, I mean, there was some pushing and shoving going on, but it was handbags really. In terms of where we was, we should just let the referee deal with it, as we said before. So we'll wait for the referee's report, see what it says, and then we'll obviously take it from there.
Psychologically, how did the players seem after the game?
They're down. You know, we've had to just try and pick them up. Spoke about 1 or 2 things we could have done better in that last 10 minutes. And obviously we've got to go again Tuesday, so it's no good. We haven't got time to feel sorry for ourselves, because obviously we've got to go down there and get a result on Tuesday. It's not going to be an easy game. It's an early leave, I think about 3 o'clock, so it's a tough one. But you know, we've caused it because we've not been professional enough for me in that last 10 minutes, and we have to learn. And there's a lot of learning has to be done, because we're going to be like this for a few weeks, months, if we don't start learning quickly how to see games out. And you know, we've conceded late goals at Billericay, we conceded a late goal at Dulwich, so we have to learn how to see games out, how to pass the ball. And it's a shame, because as I said to you, for 35 minutes of the second half I thought we passed the ball really well. We just give the ball away terribly in that last 10 minutes, and all they did was pushed everybody up front. They invited it forward. They were lucky in a couple of balls that dropped to them. We just didn't clear our lines on the last one there, and the fellas, I don't even know if he struck it well, but he's managed to put it in the bottom corner, and obviously it's disappointed us, but obviously they've left the field in jubilation. But again, it's another 90 minutes on Saturday. We've got to go down there. We've been to Slough this year and got a positive result, so we've got to believe we can go down there and get something out of the game.
You mentioned Andros's goal, which was an excellent strike, and earlier in the game, Joe Ishifano's 8th of the season.
Yeah, in the way he reacted, unbelievable, doesn't he? I mean, you see there, he's got on the first one, he's hit the post, and he's the first to react to it. So, but nothing really fell to him in the second half, and that's a shame, because if it falls to him, there might be an opportunity for him to finish the goal. But we certainly had a couple of really half chances late on at 2-1. But as I say, we really wasn't professional enough in the way we see the game out.
I guess you've got a couple of days to think about your line-up for Tuesday, but you've got likes of David Noble sitting on the bench there.
Yeah, that's right. As I said, we've got David Noble, we've obviously got Darren Foxley, we've got a whole squad. I mean, it's the first time the squad's been together for the whole season. The only one I would say might struggle a little bit is Tom Bender. He's picked up a bit of a hip injury in the first half, and we had to obviously replace him at half-time.
The biggest disappointment today, Ian, just that we weren't good enough to sit it out, hold on to it?
That's without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, at the end of the day, it was a tough game, and I said to you yesterday when we spoke, I was always aware of how good they are, always aware of how many goals they've got in their team. They've only lost 2 games this season, which was to Hornchurch and Folkestone, and they're first and second in the Isthmian League. So totally aware of what we was going to do and what was to expect. Unfortunately, we've not done our jobs properly today, especially in that last 10 minutes, where just a little bit of composure, and we're screaming from the sidelines just to keep the ball, just keep hold of it, keep it. But unfortunately, we fly kicked a couple of balls. They got the second ball, they put it back into area, and good luck to them. They're the ones that have reacted quicker to it, and we haven't, and we've been punished for it.
Lovely, thanks so much, Ian. We go again on Tuesday then. Kick-off at Woodside Road down in Worthing for this FA Cup replay is at 7:45. That is Tuesday the 24th of September.